Hello and welcome to an original Retry This production. Today I'll be offering my GML lesson number 2, teaching you about variables in GML or GameMaker language. Like I said, I have to go over the basic stuff first before I can go on to the actions in GameMaker. So I teach you about the basic things. So we'll create another script. This script, we'll call it variables. So, a variable, you can think of it as just a storage bin. It holds a number, it can hold a value, and it has a name. So let's create an integer variable. To create a variable, you can just put my number equals 50. There's a basic integer variable. GML doesn't have to end with a semicolon, but it can. It's just optional. But this is a basic variable. My number, it has a name, equals 50. It has a value. So, if you want to declare multiple variables, you can just type them up. Or you can be organized, like me. And you can type in var, my number, comma, my number 2. This is a way to stay organized and put all your variables at the top. Var is showing that you're declaring, that you're creating variables. So this is a way to stay organized. Var my number and my number 2. You can just put a value in each one of them. My number 2 equals 50. Or in this case, 100. But this is pretty boring. So there are other types of variables, including the string variable, which is much more interesting and funner. Because GML is strong enough, you can't add the integer variables together and display them. Well, not in a more common way, but there is a way to add them together, but not in a common way. But let's create our own variable. Let's let GameMaker ask for our input. So let's create a string variable. Let's call it myString. MyString equals get underscore string. Get underscore string means that it'll wait for our input. So let's say my string, let's say we want to put the phrase, let's say, hello, or hi there. If we would type it in the message box, and then my string would turn into hi there. So I can show you. I'll show you. Let's say it goes get underscore string. What is your favorite word? Comma, and the quotation marks, so it knows where to end and begin. Quotation marks here, so it knows where to begin. Quotation marks here, so it knows where to end. Then a comma, then another pair of quotation marks, showing where we want to type our, this is where it's going to be inside of the message box. So let's say, let's put type your word here. This is what's going to be inside the message box. Type your word here. So my string is get underscore string, type under your word here. So then, when we execute it, it'll say type your word here, and then you can replace it with your favorite word. Now we're going to use the show underscore message. So show underscore message, quotation marks, so it knows where to begin. Your favorite word is, put a space and then a quotation mark. Then we're going to do a plus my string. So it'll add my string. It'll add the string, your input, my string, which is my string, onto the end of the message. Because my string equals whatever you type in. So if we type in my favorite word is haha, my string would equal haha, because that was our input. So your favorite word is haha. So let's just put that, ending parentheses, Oh, sorry about that. I forgot to put the semicolon at the end of this. You have to put a semicolon at the end of this, so I'm sorry about that. But, no errors now. So, hold on. Let's create our object, our variable object. Let's call it variables. Create, control, execute script. Execute our variable script. Put it in the room. And let's go. So as you can see, we have here, what is your favorite word? And inside the input boxes, type your word here. So let's say my favorite word is retry this. Retry this. So when I press OK, your favorite word is retry this. And there it is. Well, this has been an original Retry This production. I hope you enjoyed. I might consider making a second part to explain the other variables. So part 2. But if I don't, I'll make it sometime later when people nag me about it. So until next time.